and welcome back to another Worked Shoot Alliance episode. And this week we're going to celebrate pretty close to the 6th birthday of the WWE Network, which I still think is the greatest thing they've ever created. What do you think?
Other than the Boogeyman. But yes.
Son of a... Okay, we're going to record the second best thing ever. No. What do you think?
Definitely one of the top things they've ever done. Besides WrestleMania, I think this is. They tried once before with the WWE 24 and whatnot, but it just did. I don't think it panned out, and nobody really bought into it the way that they did the network.
Yeah, that having the just you're gonna watch whatever's on there thing didn't hit as well.
Yeah.
It'd be I never had the channel, but if I ever did, it'd just be a background.
Like I bought when they had the monthly thing of it's these 14 matches this month, and sometimes you're like, hey, this is awesome. Then 1 month to do all Christmas themed garbage, and you're like, I have to pay another $6 to watch matches I don't want to see. Nope.
Yeah. So having everything on there, WCW, ECW, all the WWE stuff. I think they've finally gotten through all of the old Nitros and Raws and SmackDowns. Because that was something they were slowly building.
Saturday nights are on there now.
Yeah, and the even older Federation stuff. And I love their original content, which is what we're going to rank today. A lot of the original content kind of is very similar, very documentary-based stuff, which I still wish... There's so many documentaries that they made on DVD that they haven't put on the network. They've put a lot, but I know there's so many that they've missed that I bought DVDs for that I want to go back and watch. And I have to say, WWE does a fantastic job on their documentaries. There's not many that are not fantastic, and I think Paul Heyman's probably still one of my favorite ones, just his crazy story. But we're going to look at 6 different original shows that you can watch on the network right now, and we're going to figure out which is our favorite. And we're going to start with one of my favorites, Table for 3, which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Wish it was a little longer. They're usually 20 minutes long. But it's just three people with some kind of a connection, whether they're in a faction or they were all Intercontinental Champions, or the one with TNA was great with Sting, Jarrett, and Styles. And they just have dinner, and they tell stories, and they'll show small clips here and there. Again, I could watch it for 2 hours with some of them when they get the right people on there. The one with the old Nation.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? It was...
The D'Lo Godfather.
And I'm blanking on the third
Farouk?
guy. Oh, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, that's right.
That one was... the stories they were telling about Farouk and The Rock and all of them is so good. And I love the laid-back feel of it.
Yeah. I enjoy it as well. It's the concept at first. What is Table for 3? And then you see there's eating dinner and BSing and having good times. It's I would even want to watch one of these shoots because I'm sure there's nothing really scripted in it. It's probably just, all right, tell wrestling stories and eat.
Yep.
Sweet. I'll watch that.
I think the only thing that they pick is who's going to be there and what they're discussing. But other than that, I think it's awesome. The one I've seen, I think probably one of my favorite ones is the Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys coming back together, and you see Matt Hardy slipping in and out of character between Matt Hardy and Woken Matt Hardy at the time.
love, if you guys haven't seen it, I know, again, we're recording this a little early, so it might just be over now. But have you seen Matt Hardy on YouTube lately?
Oh, yeah, he's losing his crap again.
He's like, I was broken, and then I was woken, and now I don't know what I am. So then somebody will say something, or he'll tell a joke to his kid, and his kid goes, that's a great dad joke, Dad. It's like, maybe I'll be joking, Matt Hardy. It's so stupid. I love every second of it. One that's also interesting, again, if you get the right people on there and they tell great stories. Photo shoot, just put a wrestler on a chair, put up random photos from their career, and let them tell stories about it. The Miz, I think, was the first one I watched and made me go, this is another great concept, and it works perfectly. Has to be super easy to do. Show up an hour before taping, sit down on the chair, talk.
Yeah.
We'll edit it, we'll throw it on there. And these are the things I love that they do on the network.
Yeah, these are one of the shows. My wife watched likes watching these shows more than the actual wrestling, but she likes the characters and the people behind the characters too. Like the AJ Styles one, like it's her favorite guy, and just him going through his career and like it's a simple show. Like even if they said that Elias was going to do it, it's like all right, let's learn about Elias.
Yeah. Kane was another really good one.
Yeah. Kane's good. Big Show was a good one. Christians was interesting as well. You know, just you learn more about the character. You learn more about like when they show like you know about the character and you know about the person from watching the product. And if they do like a table for three, you learn more about the character and the person. But then when they start doing this, then you hear more stories about showing up and like for big shows. It was he didn't realize he'd won Wrestler of the Year or Rookie of the Year or whatever. He shows up and they're like, make a mean face and take a picture with your plaque. And he's like, oh, okay. And that's the photo that gets put in PWI. So I mean,
yeah, and a lot of that, I mean, with like the up down down stuff with Xavier Woods, you're seeing a lot more of the person and the goofiness that they can get to backstage and stuff. So it's nice to hear these kind of stories, and one that shows the goofiness of backstage. A little bit more set up than these other two, I think, as far as like them giving them ideas as far as game shows to play or whatever. But right along, they get in a vehicle that's just strapped with cameras and again, just have a conversation while you're traveling to the next city, which you know is happening all the time.
Yeah,
they're not always playing who knows you better kind of stuff with Rusev and Lana or whatever, or. Well, I would guess Peyton Royce and Billy Kay are doing the what kiss, marry,
kill
thing with the guys or whatever. I'm sure that's something that they would goof around with, even though one of them's now married. But
yeah,
I'm sure they still goof around with that.
Sean Spears, you lucky bastard.
Yeah.
But again, it's really enjoyable. Some of those episodes are fantastic. Again, really short. This one works better in the shorter aspect. I think some of my favorites are watching the Riot Squad almost die every time they're in a car together. And who was it? Aleister Black and Ricochet getting pulled over was really funny. The cops just trying to figure out why there's 90 cameras hanging out in this car.
I just like when the club is on it and they have like the cutout of AJ in the back or Finn, and then just the way they rip on AJ Styles all the time. It's like, I'm AJ Styles, I'm best in the world. That's who I am, and it's just the show cracks me up, and it's another one my wife likes to watch with me too, just because she gets to learn more about other people, as goofy as it is.
And it's more of a reality show
and learning about the places I pooped at because of Braun Strowman with Alexa, of all people, in the car with them.
That's such a great how they're not a relationship, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're hilarious together. They're funny.
The new one that they just did with Braun, EC3, and Drake Maverick was super entertaining too, because they put Drake in the back and they just start shoving all their luggage behind him. And they're like, he's sitting in the front, he's like, I'm not getting in the back, I don't care what Braun says. And Braun shows up, he's like, get in the back, get your child-sized body in the back, just get back there. He like shoves him back there and throws. It's like, why you gotta hit me with that?
That's awesome. More of a documentary setup. WWE 24, simple premise: follow a wrestler for a day, usually a big event, like Trish doing her retirement match at SummerSlam, or following somebody at Mania, or at the Rumble.
The actual day of Mania.
Yeah, the day of Mania. They've done it for the first Women's Royal Rumble and stuff. Again, really good.
Yeah, I like this one better than our next one we're talking about, because it's one day and you cover a lot more, because 365...
We're going to have a fight.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I like this part of the story. 3 months later. What? Which are both really good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just day of concept. Even like Super Bowl, you get stuff built up for it. You can get a story on an offensive lineman the day of. They just make it interesting. And you see some little things here and there you don't expect to see. Just wrestlers meeting that haven't crossed paths in a while. And it's just really entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it that fact. Again, you just get that one day of it. Focuses on that one person, that one event. But when you do like with the Mania, I think you have they try to cover as many storylines as they can in that time, and so you're getting multiple angles. But they usually pick like 3. So like, what was it? The Orlando one they picked was like Naomi, and then the championship match, and then
and Reigns coming back. I think was a big touching point. Yeah, those are really good. I actually, you said you don't like this one as much. I do. WWE 365, same concept, but instead of one day, it follows them for a whole year. I like it mostly because the craziness that can go on in a full year, and obviously they're following them around constantly for that whole time. Obviously, there'll be times where they're not there, which is part of the jumps. But like Kevin Owens, we'll follow you for a year, and you're teaming up with Jericho. Oh, you're the champion. Oh, you had a terrible wrestling match, according to Vince, and the ups and downs that you had, or Alexa Bliss, where at the end of it she had those injuries and stuff, and it really basically ends with her going, well, hopefully I can come back, kind of stuff from her rise and stuff. It's usually they pick really, really good people, and
the AJ Styles one is probably one of my favorites. Yeah. That was good to see him do his thing on. But yeah, the Kevin Owens one was probably one of the first ones I actually watched of the 365.
Yeah, he was the first guy, right? It was Here Styles.
And yeah, just to see him go from, okay, you're the champ, you're the Universal champ, to, okay, I lose the belt, to now now I'm going to be the U.S. title guy, and I'm going to pull this Trump-esque character to where I lose.
He's Canadian.
And then I lose. And then now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So then you go to the Mania match where Vince is pissed that it was against Jericho and it wasn't that great of a match. To him, again, still trying to figure out what he's going to do now. Mm-hmm. And that whole up and down, I think, is a great thing to catch on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that you have to have the right character for it. Because, like, if they have one with Titus O'Neil, like, I don't care.
I kind of do. Honestly, I want to see... probably a 365 more than a 24 of a Heath Slater or an Apollo Crews or a Titus O'Neil. Those guys that you never see on TV.
Well, Titus actually is good. He's a character.
Oh yeah, he's.
Besides
Heath Slater is too.
Yeah.
Besides just the character with Titus, you could focus in on like all his humanitarian feats.
Titus is, I think, still around because he goes around, does all the charity stuff.
He's just funny as hell, even on like Total Divas and stuff. Just a little snippet.
But I would like to see how it is and how they think about not being on TV almost ever, and when they are, it's just to get squashed by somebody. Like obviously, we look at they just lose all the time. Their career is not great. They still got a career in the WWE, and they're still getting paid very good money.
Yeah.
To work, and yes, they're not wrestling on TV as much, but they're still doing house shows and stuff. But I just want to see what that mentality is like and how they look at it. I know, like Dolph Ziggler always he's a complete heel on Twitter and just saying things that I don't think he means, but he just likes pushing buttons.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, even what Dolph thinks is like, I mean, his career's not gone the way he thinks it should have gone, but instead of following somebody that's had great successes, somebody that's in the background. WWE, if you're listening.
I think that would be a good one. Just if you have somebody going through and twittering, like just tell it, like for example, Dolph, like you just said, he's always the guy. He's been a straight shooter since day one. He tells you when he's feeling good about the product or bad, and I think that's kind of what they're doing with Punk being in this new backstage role. He can speak his mind on whatever is happening in wrestling, and it's working.
Yeah. And then the last one of the originals on the network, along with Legends House, which I'm sad didn't make our cut.
I'm not.
Legends all put in a house doing goofy things, over the top reality show. I wanted the second season. It would have been great.
Randy's last plug for 6th spot.
It won't. I mean, I don't put it over these. I mean, I understand. But that one was great. Countdown was simple. But I'm surprised they don't do that anymore.
Untold was the one I was thinking of before we kicked off.
Untold Story.
I love that.
Sting and Rollins one of that is fantastic.
The Ray and Eddie that just kicked off and the Rumble. That one yet. That's a fantastic episode right there.
What else was out there at the beginning? They had the Mania one.
Yeah, well, even
where they had the guy Gary Thorne, right? Not Gary Thorne. I'm gonna blank on his name. I'm so mad. He's the play-by-play guy for the Baltimore Orioles. And I watch Orioles games just to listen to play-by-play, but I'm blanking on his name. He did the voiceover work for it. Mania Moments or Mania Legends of Mania or something like that. But this one, Monday Night War, which was just an extended version of the Monday Night War DVD where they went 8 or 9 parts of this thing.
I think so.
Where they focused on different sections of it. Like you had a Goldberg episode, you had NWO episode, you had a Cruiserweight one.
Foley episode.
Yeah, Foley had an episode. So I like the in-depth look of this stuff. It's still very WWE driven as far as look at how, even though you go back and watch some of the Attitude Era stuff, it doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
And but I do agree with them that they had better matches before they started winning the ratings, and WCW went, wow, did that fall? Just seeing some of the backstage stuff and hearing that story, I will never get tired of hearing those kind of stories.
Yeah.
And it was built in a giant TV show way, so it was really good.
Yeah, because like we said before, we didn't really have a Monday Night War. We had Monday Night Wrestling of Nitro and then Raw. I think it was the last year they finally stopped having it live on the West Coast for WCW.
Yeah.
So
I was gone by then as far as Nitro.
But it was like I'm not going to go that in depth, but I didn't try to compare when they would show the same things happening at the same time. But it's intriguing to know, like, when they show ratings swinging and what was happening and what they were doing here and there. And just, even though they had their own spin on things, it was super entertaining. Mm-hmm. And I like that they did a whole episode on Foley because that, out of nowhere.
He was so big.
Yeah.
He was so big for
like,
that.
thinking back, I was just like, wow, he did have a huge thing in it. Because obviously the whole that'll put butts in the seats thing, that was huge. But just his whole build leading up to that and after also, it was just a really good show.
Yeah. My guy at the time was Sting, and so to see them do an episode on Sting was another great one. But yeah, the back and forth comparison between that. And then when they did this, didn't they have Sting and Triple H sit down and do a back and forth? Or was that the second DVD set?
I think it was the second DVD set.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They've done so many of these now because it's a great story to tell.
And there's so many different aspects you can go back and look at, too.
And I am now, after watching some more WCW stuff over the time with some of the stuff that we've done, I am in the camp of conspiracy theorists that Vince let Brett go to WCW to help kill it because like Dean Ambrose leaves WWE, has to change his name to John Moxley because he doesn't own characters. Not only did Bret Hart, obviously he is Bret Hart, but he got to keep everything. Like he has the same ring gear, everything. When Kevin Nash and Scott Hall went, they had to change their look. They couldn't even act like they were from there. Bret Hart, I'm still me. The only thing he doesn't have is his music.
I think that's the only thing that changed was his music.
So I'm in that camp now. Not really. All right, now the fun part: ranking these 6, and they're all really good.
Yeah.
I think. All right, let's play the old game that we did before. Everyone take one to put in the bottom half.
That was a photo shoot for me.
Well, that was going to be mine, so you're going to make it harder for me. Jim?
I'll let you go next, Randy.
Oh, God.
Because I've got mine that I want to put. I'm going to play your shoe. I've got mine that I want to put, but I want to see if you'd...
I'm going to put Right Along.
That's where I was going to go as well.
Rat bastards.
So... Well, it's again, it's another one of those entertaining ones, but I don't think it holds up far as like the storytelling, which you want to know about.
Yeah, it's a little bit too set up for me.
Yeah.
Wrestling's fake, so it should be on top.
I will take table.
Fair point, sir.
Yes.
It's 1. What do you take?
I'll put table for 3.
Oh, no!
Well, no, I will put that 4th just for the simple fact because, again,
this plan failed really bad.
It's entertaining. These are all the entertaining ones that we get. These are the ones, the informational ones that we want to hear about.
We have the documentary side, and we have the personal side. Damn. I was going to fight table for 3 to be near the top. All right, so out of these 3, I think we have the right.
Accurate,
I think it's accurate. Table for 3, 4th. Right Along 5th. Photo shoot 6th. Damn it.
Sorry,
bud. Fight for that in a minute.
I mean,
I'm going to fight for that in a minute. Yours. Hold on.
Fight away.
I
think Monday Night War's 3rd.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I was listening to you guys talk about 365 and 24, and I like Alexa's 365 was one of my favorites that they've done. Just like when you see the ups and downs instead of just the.
She had some really big downs on that year.
So I'm leaning to 365 on top for me.
Okay,
and
I am
24
too.
number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're both built very similarly.
Yeah.
And again, more focused on 24. a larger aspect on 365. Obviously, I'm gonna make one last fight. I want Table for 3 over Monday Night War.
I'm game.
Table for 3 should be third. It's the threes.
Yeah, it's got a 3 in it.
That's my pitch.
That's your pitch. I'll let you have it.
Let it sink.
I'll let you have
Sink it up.
I think my fight for it is they can continue to do Table for 3s. And Monday Night War, I think it's been beaten to death. And I think the last couple episodes...
It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to do. And I don't think you could do more.
Yeah, no. Well, like I said, there's only so many... There are a lot of other aspects that you don't see behind it. Like, I think they could definitely do one on the creative writing in the back. Mm-hmm. And who... What the hell was
that was
his
another
name?
good Table
Russo.
for 3.
Russo.
Was Pritchard, Bischoff, and...
Laurinaitis?
Was it Heyman?
No, I don't think it was Shivani, was it? No.
God,
Is that the one where Bischoff was drunk and just being an idiot?
Yeah.
Was it Laurinaitis or was it JBL? It was somebody.
God,
but I remember those two.
I just remember Pritchard and Bischoff being on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were fighting back and forth about who...
Bischoff was... or Pritchard was going at it.
I want to say it was Laurinaitis.
God, there's so many great Table for 3s that you could do. I want to see, like, a referee one. That would be great.
Oh, yeah. Let's get, like, Hebner and Kyoto and Jimmy Corderas. And hey, there's 3 right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Those are our 6. Network's fantastic, by the way. Way worth the $9.99. I'm still surprised. They've been talking for years about having tiered systems where you could have the base at $9.99, which would get you so much, or get all the extra stuff for more. And I'm still surprised they haven't done it.
Well, they're still giving away free months at a time, so I don't. I mean, they have the people buying it, but I think at the same time they don't have the numbers that they want.
I wonder how many people have 90 email addresses because of the network.
I'm willing to say at least 4 digits.
I've let my network thing lapse a couple times just because, but I've been a subscriber since day one of this thing.
Yeah.
Been a couple times where it's like, oh, well, I don't care about this next pay-per-view, so okay, we'll just cancel it now, and then I'll come back.
Change my debit card. Forgot to change it on there.
Yeah, God. That's always... that actually just happened recently where like something hit my card where I had to get a new one, some fraud thing or something. And it was basically, well, what'd you change? I go, well, give it a month. And whatever we load, and it goes, it's not working anymore. That's what we have to change. Like WWE, I'm on CBS and whatever. Anyways, 6th photo shoot, 5 ride along, 4th Monday Night War, 3rd is Table for 3 because sink it in, baby. 2 is WWE 24, and WWE 365 is our top WWE original work of art. And they're just going to keep coming up with, like you said, untold stories. A lot of those just having wrestlers in front of a camera.
The Broken Skull interviews, those have been awesome so far.
Yeah, Broken Skull, it might get up there after a while.
Yeah,
they've had 3 really good ones now, right?
Yeah. Still haven't watched the Kane one. I'm back at work. And
that one I've started to and I didn't finish it.
Kane's a cool dude.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are our picks. Go watch the network. Go watch more wrestling because it's great. And if you don't like today's product, the network has everything. You can go find something you like. And they keep buying other stuff and putting it on there. So there you go.
Tattoo show.
I can't wait for them to buy TNA and put that whole library on there. It will make doing these videos a lot easier.
Yeah.
Anyways, we will see you next week. Have a good one.
Bye.